Text 73, page 841. Word by word. Arjuna vacha nastaha mohaha smritihi labda Tvat prasadat maya achyuta stitaha asmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Arjuna vacha Nashto moha smritir labda Tvat prasadan maya chuta Stitosmi gata sandeha Karishye vachanam tava. Arjuna vacha Nashto moha smritir labda Tvat prasadat maya chuta Stitosmi gata sandeha Karishye vachanam tava. Arjuna vacha Nashto moha smritir labda Tvat prasadan maya chuta Stitosmi gata sandeha Karishye vachanam tava.
Arjuna vacha Nashtamaha smriti labdha Tvat prasadam maya chuta Stitosmi gata sandeha Karishye vachanam tava.
Arjuna vacha Nashto mahasmritir labda Tvat prasadam maya chuta Stitosmi gata sandeha Karishye vachanam tava.
Karishye vachanam tava.
Arjuna vacham
Arjuna vacha
Nashto moha smritir labdam
Stomo smritir labda
Tvat prasadam maya chutam
Prasadan maya chuta
Stitosmi gata sandeha Trisya vachanam tava.
Karishye vachanam tava. Word to word meanings. Arjuna vacha. Arjuna said. Nastaha. Dispelled. Mohaha. Illusion. Smritihi. Memory. Labda. Regained. Tvat prasadat. By your mercy. Maya. By me. Achyuta. O infallible Krishna. Stitaha. Situated. Asmi. I am. Gata. Removed. Sandeha. All doubts. Karishye. I shall execute. Vachanam. Order. Tava,
Tava,
your.
your.
Translation. Arjuna said, My dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy, and I am now firm and free from doubt, and am prepared to act according to your instructions.
This should be the conclusion of everyone who hears Bhagavad Gita. This is the end of Bhagavad Gita. What verse is this?
Chapter 18, text 73.
This is the end. He's heard Bhagavad Gita, and not only has he understood it, not only has he appreciated it, not only did he learn something, but he's realized it. And the proof is, he says, now I'm ready to act according to your instructions. Read the translation again. Let's all read it together.
Arjuna said, My dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy, and I am now firm and free from doubt, and I am prepared to act according to your instructions.
I'm free from illusion. Everyone in this material world is an illusion. Otherwise we wouldn't be here. We can't claim that we're not an illusion because we're here. And we're in these material bodies. What kind of illusion is that? Why does one get a material body? Because he's an illusion. Material bodies are not the natural state of the living entity. The living entity doesn't need a material body at all. The living entity is purely spiritual. Pure spirit, like Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna, spiritual. Tatastha Shakti, marginal potency of the Lord. Mamai Vangso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Krishna says, my angsa means my parts. These living entities are my eternal fragmental parts, and they are the same quality as Krishna eternally. So, why do I have this material body? Because I'm an illusion. Why does someone have disease? Because he's contacted disease. Now he's under the influence of disease. He has all the symptoms of disease. He has fever, he has eruptions on his body, he can't speak properly, can't walk properly. He has disease. He can't say, I don't have disease. It's obvious. How did he get diseased? Yeah, that goes back a long ways. How did we get this disease that's caused us, this illusion that's caused us to get this material body, which is a disease? We're proud of these bodies. We hold ceremonies celebrating the appearance of this body as if it's a great thing. Now it's only 1 year, now it's 5 years, now it's 50 years I've had this disease. Generally people don't celebrate diseases, but we do. That's how much an illusion we are. We celebrate it. We think it's a great thing. But actually, so that's the first thing that Arjuna is saying, is that I'm free from my illusion now. I was an illusion thinking I'm this body, thinking that this diseased, protuberant conglomeration of material elements that has grown on me, I'm taking it to be myself. It's like a cancer. When someone gets a cancerous growth, he's not proud of it. But we're proud of this cancerous growth. How illusioned are we? And we don't even think it's in cancer. We think this is normal, great. If you ask someone, what are you going to do about the problem of death, old age, disease? Well, we're working on it. We have our research. Hopefully they'll come up with some cure. Anyway, I'm trying to cut down my cholesterol, so everything's all right. And I'm going to Las Vegas next week. I'm going to have a good time, try to forget about some of the miseries. This is illusion. We're really an illusion. We're an eternal spirit soul, and yet we're thinking we're a temporary growth, abnormal growth, cancerous growth. And we're thinking, I'll just make the best of it and be happy while I can. You only have one life to live, so I'll enjoy myself, have some good times. And when it's over, it's over. What an illusion. What could be further from the truth? We're eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss in our natural condition. But we're thinking just the opposite. So Bhagavad Gita is meant to remove this illusion. And Arjuna is the ideal student, showing us how we should pass the examination of Bhagavad Gita. This is the exam now. What did Krishna say in the previous verse?
O conqueror of wealth, Arjuna, have you heard this attentively with your mind? And are your illusions and ignorance now dispelled?
Yeah, that's the final examination question. Just answer that one question. You don't have to answer so many other questions. Just answer that one. If you answer that one correctly, you pass the whole course, the whole Bhagavad Gita course. And Arjuna's answer is perfect answer. Perfect answer. Yes, my illusion is now dispelled. My memory has been regained by your mercy. I'm ready to act as you instruct me. What does he say?
Yeah, I'm prepared to act according to your instructions.
That's it. That's the proper understanding of Bhagavad Gita. But generally, people don't think you're supposed to come to any conclusion after reading Bhagavad Gita. They don't think there is a final examination. They think it's an interesting book, some interesting insights, some things to think about. I have one friend that I have known for many years from my past. And once in a while we get together after about 15 years, and sometime during our discussion he picks up one of the words that I say, what is dharma? What does that word mean? And I tell him what dharma is. Oh, good. I'm really happy I learned that word. So every 15 years he picks up a word like dharma. Your time before was yoga, and that's nice, but we should do more than just pick up a few words, interesting words along the way. There's some interesting thoughts in Bhagavad Gita. No, the real way to understand it is the way Arjuna has understood. Now I'm ready to act as you instruct. I'm your man. I'm your man, I'm your woman, I'm yours. I'm your servant. You're the master. It's like a dog. A dog has the wonderful quality of liking to have a master. If you ever see a dog who goes out on the walk with the master, he's so happy. He's just happy to be with the master, and he doesn't really even care which way the master goes. If the master goes left or right, he's happy. He's just happy to be with the master. He knows it's his place. He doesn't become angry at the master, even if the master chastises him. Sometimes you see a dog who could certainly attack. The master might even be a little child. But he has that good quality of servitorship. He's in that mood and he's happy in it and he loves it. So we have to learn Vaishnav Thakur, Tomar Kukur. One Vaishnav prays. Oh Vaishnav Thakur, let me become your dog. Let me just become your servant. George Harrison used to tell people that these neck beads that we wear, and he wore also, that these are our dog collar. Krishna is our master. This indicates we're servants, eternal servants. That's regaining our memory, means regaining our memory of who I am. I forgot that I was the servant of Krishna. I forgot who Krishna was. I forgot who I am. I thought that I was the master of all I survey. I thought this world was for me to enjoy. I thought I was the body. I've been an illusion. Now my illusion is dispelled by Bhagavad Gita. So if we don't come to that conclusion after the first reading, read it again. Try again. Keep reading Bhagavad Gita because we have to get that point. That's the point we need to get, the important points. I've been an illusion. I'm spiritual. I'm servant of Krishna. And now I'm supposed to act according to Krishna's plan. Now, someone will object. Someone will say, why should you act according to Krishna's plan? You have so many duties. You have national duties. You have state duties. You have city duties, county duties, taxes to pay, family obligations, job obligations, social obligations. We've got so many duties and so many things we're supposed to do, plans, desires, schemes, fantasies. No. That's not proper. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. Our real business is simply to serve Krishna. Someone will say, does that mean you don't care about your country? No, it means that we care the most about our country. We care the most because we have found out what the real essence of a nation is, what the purpose of a nation is, who the owner of this nation is. We think that the Bill of Rights, written in 1791, we can thank Benjamin Franklin for that, Bill of Rights. And he tried to give some idea, but he didn't touch on all the important points. The Bill of Rights. You have the right to serve Krishna in all circumstances. You have the right to realize that you're a spirit soul and that you're not this body. And the right of the government, the duty of the government is to make sure Guru nasasyat, sajano nasasyat, napati nasasyat, namochayat, samupetya mrityum. You should not become a government leader unless you can deliver all the people in your nation from having to take birth again in this material world. Otherwise, you shouldn't become a government leader. I don't know if the government leaders are thinking like that. That my duty is to make sure all these people, all these citizens are delivered from the cycle of birth and death. It's doubtful that they're thinking like that. But we know that. The Vaishnavas know. Therefore, they're giving this information to the leaders of society and to the followers of society, to the voters. In the democratic nations, they vote for who will be the leader. So shouldn't they be educated what a leader is supposed to be? What is their idea of a leader? It's quite a situation. It seems that there's a lack of knowledge about what a leader should be. And the leaders don't seem to have any idea what the purpose of the government and the purpose of living in this world is at all. They think it's just eat, sleep, meet, mate, and defend. And do some gambling and have some intoxication along the way also. That's life. What about God? In one nation under God, where's God in our nation? We've taken out we don't allow the God to be discussed in the schools, the academic institutions. It's not considered scientific. If we say God created the sun and God created the universe and he's maintaining it, that's not scientific. But if you say that the sun and the universe came out of the void and it's being maintained by nothingness, that's super scientific. Things are upside down, topsy-turvy. We shouldn't go along with it. Srimad Bhagavatam is meant to create a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for. So the revolution begins at home. We have to have a revolution in our own lives. Once we revolt against this illusion, this madness, wasting another. It's not just wasting this life. You may say, well, it's only one life, so I waste it. I got many more to come. Yeah, but the problem is if you waste this life, then by your activities in this life, you create a downward spiral so that you will waste the next thousands of lives also. It's not just one life. The law of karma explains that by your activities in this life, your future is being carved. Your future bodies are being carved out. So we have to be responsible and careful and knowledgeable. That's why our Vaishnavas, they go out and they distribute transcendental knowledge in the form of books, in the form of chanting, prasadam. This is a great service. This is a great service to society. What could be better service than that? Save people from the cycle of birth and death. Save people from suffering eternally. What could you give better than it's free? Krishna consciousness is free. You don't have to have a certain amount of income to join Krishna consciousness movement. You don't have to pay anything. It's for everyone. Not just humans, but all the living entities are benefited from Krishna consciousness. Sanatana Goswami asked Haridas Thakur, how are the living entities that are stationary like little plants, how will they be benefited? Haridas Thakur said, by loud chanting of the holy names. They also get benefited. That sound, Shabda Brahman, it penetrates. Just as sound waves can be used for heating, microwave ovens, they use sound waves to heat different particles. So similarly, we can use transcendental sound vibration to penetrate all matter and spirit. For example, even if there's no one around, if you can find a place where there's an echo, you say, Hare Krishna, and the echo comes back, Hare Krishna. That's the chanting of the inanimate objects. Those stones are doing their chanting. They're also getting benefit. So we should follow in the footsteps. Arjuna is our acharya. He's the leader. We want to be like Arjuna, ready to do Krishna's bidding. That's success in life. Whatever is meant to happen to us according to our karma, we can accept that. There's nothing we can do about that. Of course, if we surrender to Krishna, Krishna can do something about it. He can change it if he likes. If one was supposed to live a certain number of years, if Krishna wants, he can make it changed. But if not, a devotee doesn't ask for that. He doesn't say, now I've surrendered to you, so please change my karma. I want to be very wealthy now. I want to have a long life. Some people may serve Krishna with that in mind, some material means. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritu narjana arto jigyasu artarti gyani cha bharatarshava. There are different types of persons that serve Krishna, come to devotional service with some material motives in mind. They're still considered pious. They've come to Krishna to get material things. And in due course of time, by a good association and by hearing in devotional service, they'll realize that they're asking for insignificant things. There's a story about an old lady. She was carrying a bundle of sticks on her head. In India, you see this quite often, ladies doing that kind of. So that was her job. She was carrying this big bundle of sticks. And somehow or other she tripped and fell, and all the bundle fell on the ground. And there was no one around, so she cried, oh God, please help me. So God came, said, what can I do for you? She said, please put this bundle of sticks back on my head. That's not the best thing to ask God for. If God comes to you and says, what would you like? It's not such a good idea just to ask for the sticks, the bundle, the burden again. Why not ask, my Lord, now that you're here, I was thinking that carrying this bundle was such an important duty, but now that you're here, I would like to serve you instead. That would have been a better thing to ask for. Purport?
The constitutional position of a living entity represented by Arjuna is that he has to act according to the order of the Supreme Lord. He is meant for self-discipline. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that the actual position of the living entity is that of eternal servant of the Supreme Lord. Forgetting this principle, the living entity becomes conditioned by material nature. But in serving the Supreme Lord, he becomes the liberated servant of God. The living entity's constitutional position is to be a servitor. He either has to serve the illusory Maya or the Supreme Lord.
Now this is a good point. It's not that if I become servant of Krishna, then I give up being a master of the material energy. No. If you become a servant of Krishna, you give up being the servant of Maya. You're not the master of anything or anyone. Someone's thinking I'm the master. But he's controlled by material nature. We see so many exalted persons, they become implicated in some immoral behavior, impelled by lust. They have to go to court. Why did you do that? Well, lust. I was impelled by lust. Or stealing, embezzling. Why? Greed. Or why did you kill him? Anger. Lust, anger, greed. Kama, krodha, lobha, trivida, narakasyedam. These are the three gates leading to hell. So these are our masters in the material world. So who's not serving lust? Who's not serving greed? Who's not serving anger? So we're going to have to serve someone. We have to serve Maya or Krishna. It's not that we become the master. Even if someone thinks, I'm elected the president, I'm the master now. No, they elect you, they can get you out of office also. Sometimes they do that. And in order to get their votes, you have to act like a little doll, like a little puppet in their hands. Promise them everything and do what they want. So where's the masterhood? Your servant, you have to go around begging them, please give me votes, please give me. Some Vaishnavas say that a materialistic person is just like a doll, just like a puppet in the hands of woman, or a woman is a puppet in the hands of man, and everybody's a puppet in the hands of Maya, and everyone's under Maya. We're all bewildered by these material bodies and these. So there's no question of being the master. If we're the master, why do we have to die? We don't like it. My dear master, you don't like dying, right? So stop dying. If you're forced to die, you're forced to have disease, you're forced to grow old. Do you like it? Does anyone like it? So why don't you stop it if you're the master? Because you're not the master, that's why you can't stop it. You're forced. So give up this false conception of being the master. Realize that you're a servant. As Bob Dylan wrote in one of his songs, it might be the devil or it might be the Lord, but you're going to have to serve somebody. He learned that from reading Bhagavad Gita. Everybody has to serve somebody. So why not serve Krishna? Kama, kamatina, katita, katina, palita, durni desha. I've been serving these bad masters for such a long time. Now I want to give it up. now I want to become the servant of Krishna. That's self-realization. Anything less than that is not full realization. It's maybe a stepping stone. That's good. But we should go for the realization because this is a great opportunity we have in this human form of life, advanced human form of life, civilized. Here we are. We're allowed. Prabhupada praised America. That America has given me good facility to spread Krishna consciousness. They let me have my institutions. It's not illegal here. It's legal to distribute literature and chant and hold open house programs. Unfortunately, there's not so much interest. People are more interested in kicking balls around, watching people kick balls around on playing fields. I'm not criticizing them because I was also in the same boat. But that's the mercy of Bhagavad Gita, that by Krishna's mercy, in the form of Bhagavad Gita, it's still relevant. It's relevant now in the 21st century. It's not that was a nice book for, a few thousand years ago when times were different. But now we need something more modern and more high tech. No. It's still appropriate. It's still relevant. And it will always be relevant. So we should take advantage of this opportunity, human form of life. Great opportunity. We're not at war. Imagine if we were at war. We have our wars going on, but if we were in the middle of a war, it would be very difficult to really concentrate and study and chant and do all these things, associate properly. So we've got a good opportunity, but maybe we're not taking full advantage of it. We're thinking, I have other things I have to do in life. But this is the most important thing. So we're asking if anyone has any questions now.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. So what did Arjuna do to come to this conclusion? Because everybody is reading the same words. We are reading, thousands of people are hearing exactly the same words that Krishna spoke. But Arjuna came to the right conclusion. But many people do not come. Yes.
Bhaktosi me sakacheti rahasyam yetadutamam. Krishna said, I'm revealing this science of yoga to you, this mysterious science, because you are my devotee and my friend. That's all it takes. Ready to serve Krishna. Then he becomes intelligent. You don't have to necessarily become intelligent first. If you become surrendered to Krishna, then you automatically become intelligent. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Chanayat Yasu Vairagyam Jnanam Choyadahoitakam. One who engages in devotional service to Vasudeva automatically acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. So he didn't have to have the knowledge even. He's engaged in devotional service. But it just so happens Arjuna is also extraordinarily intelligent. So he understood everything. But even if one doesn't understand everything, but if he understands that much, that yes, I should serve you, I should serve Krishna, then he's the most intelligent. Yasmin vigyate sarvam etam vigyatam bhavati. One who knows Krishna knows everything. That's the conclusion of everything, all knowledge. Surrender to Krishna. So anyone can come to the same conclusion that Arjuna did. Arjuna had many advantages. He was the son of Pandu and Kunti, very elevated, exalted personalities. And he was so pious. Krishna addressed him what in the previous verse? Sinless Arjun.
A conqueror of wealth.
Conqueror of wealth. Another place he's called sinless. He had many good qualities, but it doesn't matter. Even if, Krishna says, even if you're the most sinful of all sinners, if you're situated in the boat of devotional service, then you can cross over the ocean of material miseries. Doesn't matter what you did or what you're doing, but if you change, if you get in the boat of devotional service, then you can cross over everything by His grace, by Krishna's grace, not by your abilities or my abilities. What abilities have we got? We don't have much to work with. At the end of one of Prabhupada's prayers that he wrote, he said, Bhakti Nai Veda Nai. I have no bhakti. I've been designated as Bhaktivedanta, but I have no bhakti, no devotion, and no knowledge. But still I'm trying to serve you. So we don't have purity, we don't have knowledge, we don't have piety, so many things. But Manasa Deha Geha Jo Kichumor Arpilu Tu Apade Nandakishore. My mind, my body, my home, my family, whatever I've got, my Lord, I offer to you. That's perfection. I'm your servant. I'm ready to act as you like. It's a wonderful verse. We should become inspired by Arjuna's conclusion, and he proved it. Krishna asked him to do some difficult things. Pick up your bow and prepare to shoot. And it was just amazing. Some of the things that Krishna asked Arjuna to do were extremely difficult to do. Like fight against Bhishmadev, Pitamaha, his beloved. His father passed away at an early age. Pitamaha raised him. He was such a learned person, so good-hearted, so pure, so intelligent. And Krishna saying, shoot. Very difficult. But he passed the examination because he had faith in Krishna. And he'll be as famous as the universe. As long as this universe exists, Arjuna will be famous. Yes?
So you're basing your whole life on God and the afterlife. These things we can't perceive. They seem imaginary, so it seems like a waste of time.
No. No, they're completely tangible. Try chanting Hare Krishna. Try eating Krishna prasadam. Try hearing Bhagavad Gita, hearing the words of Krishna. See if it's intangible. Try practicing. Put it into practice. Try chanting. Try giving up illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and eating. See what the conclusion is. See whether you think there's some essential tangibility there. If not, then what can we say? Cow dung in the brain. But it's not that you have to take somebody else's opinion for it. Experiment. Try it yourself. Try the experiment. Sometimes Prabhupada would say, just try it for 2 weeks. Give it 2 weeks. Try. See if you... Anyway, you're here, so you must have realized something. I've seen you here before also. Been here many times. God is not intangible. How is God intangible? It means you don't understand God. So it's not that God is intangible. It's just that you haven't understood yet. You don't understand how he works. how he's everywhere. Andantarasthapanamanu chayantarastam, he's in every atom. He's the source of all the universes. He exhales millions. So many universes emanate from him. That's God. So do you still think we have no connection with God? He means nothing to us. He's in every atom. He's the super soul in the heart. He's the Aham Bija Pratapita. He's the father of all living entities. He's the supreme controller. He doesn't have any bearing on your life. He's the source of all the air, the water, the fire, the ether, consciousness. It's just people have no idea what God is. Therefore they say he's irrelevant. God is irrelevant. It means you don't know what God is. Otherwise, how could you say he's irrelevant?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Today it seems like you stressed a lot on devotional service. There are times you mention quite a bit on chanting also. So between the chanting and devotional service, which one comes first?
They go well together.
Think of all together.
Chanting is part of devotional service.
Okay.
Devotional service includes chanting.
Includes chanting, okay.
Yeah, that's one part of it. Hearing is another part. Serving is another part. Worshipping is another part. Praying is another part. Like that. Okay. Devotional service is all-encompassing. Our life, our everyday, 24 hours a day, one can be absorbed in devotional service.
Okay. Thank you. And my second question is, Arjuna says, my illusion is gone now. So when Arjuna said, my illusion is gone, that means he was under the control of Maya. So
yes.
How can you be with Krishna or near Krishna and wise and pious and all that and be under that delusion?
Why what?
How can it be in the control of Maya? Arjuna being such a pious person, pure, pious, with Krishna all the time, and how can he be?
It's a fight. It's a fight between Maya and Krishna, in a sense. So Maya's got you shackled. You're all bound up by Maya. Your hands are shackled, your feet are shackled. But there is Krishna. And Krishna's speaking and saying, would you like to get free from this? And you say yes. And he says, Taivi esha gunamahi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. It's very difficult to get out of this shackles. It's very difficult to get out of this prison of material existence. But if you surrender to me, you can easily cross beyond it. And if you say, yes, I'm willing to surrender to you, Krishna, and Krishna, by his Yogamaya, all the locks and the shackles, they come. It's like when it was time for Krishna to go across the Jamuna, when he appeared in Kamsa's prison, all the guards fell asleep by Yogamaya. They all went to sleep, and all the locks opened up, and Vasudeva took Krishna to Vrindavan. That's by Krishna's, and Yogamaya works under Krishna's instructions.
So how can each one of us surrender to Krishna and come off this shackle of Maya. Because, what kind of a prayer or what do we have to do?
It's not...
Krishna can do same thing to us also.
Yeah, but we have to pay the price. We have to be willing to pay the price as Arjuna. Arjuna said, I'm willing to do what you say. Not that, okay, I said it, Krishna. I signed on the line. Now that's it, right? You give me everything I want now, all my sense gratification. No. He said, I'm ready to act as you wish now. So, the representative of Krishna gives us the instructions of what Krishna wants us to do. He gives us the confidential instructions. This is what Krishna wants you to do. This is how Krishna wants you to act. And when you act like that, then you're in Krishna consciousness. You're following Krishna's instructions through the spiritual master. Yasya deve parabhaktir yata deve tatagaro tasyaite katita hyarta prakashante mahatmana. One who has implicit faith in both Guru and Krishna, all the imports of the Vedic knowledge are automatically revealed. So then he gets all knowledge, everything, but he has to be willing to serve Krishna, and not just for a few minutes. That's nice if one can start for a few minutes serving Krishna, just like someone gets a start. They buy a book, or they come to the temple and they hear, that's the beginning. But as we go further, we should want, yes, I like this devotional service, I want to do more. Please engage me more. That's what the chanting means. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My dear Lord Krishna, my dear Srimati Radharani, please engage me in your devotional service. That's what we're praying when we're chanting. And then we should take that opportunity to serve. All that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me, Krishna says. That takes practice, training. Krishna was right there to instruct Arjuna and to guide him. So we may not have Krishna in that particular way, but we have the spiritual master, and we have his instructions and his representatives. So we have a good opportunity. This human form of life is compared to a ship, a good seaworthy ship that can cross the ocean. The ocean is compared to the material world. And the favorable winds are the Vedic literatures. And the captain of the ship is the spiritual master. And the ship itself is the body, the human form of life. So we've got everything we need to cross the ocean. Good captain, favorable winds, good ship. Yes?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Why not focus on something more tangible, like working hard or economic development, instead of just living like a parasite off of other people's money?
Whose money is it? Who owns it?
The government.
This government will be gone in a few years. Governments are coming and going. And what about this universe? Universes are coming and going. So where's your money then, when the universe is in the avyakta state? When the universe is back into the mahatattva, or the pradhan state, unmanifest. So you have a short-sighted view of the world. You don't understand the reality of how things are working. Therefore, you're looking just in front of your eyes a few feet. It's like driving. He's driving on the freeway and he's being very diligent. He's looking right ahead, only 10 feet ahead. Striving, I'm really being careful now. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm not getting distracted by anything. But he's only looking 10 feet ahead. He's going to crash in. You have to have a big view. You have to see the whole picture. That's why cosmology is important. That's why all these things are included in Bhagavatam. You need to understand how the universes are going on, how this material cosmic manifestation, where it comes from, who's running it. Otherwise you make all these silly statements like, why don't you do something for economic development? And Krishna consciousness is showing how if you serve Krishna, all your economic necessities are taken care of. Krishna says, you just serve me, everything's taken care of. That doesn't mean you do nothing. Krishna doesn't say, now that you've, just like Arjuna, he didn't say, Arjuna, now that you've surrendered, okay, lay down and take rest, I'll take care of the war. No, now he engages him in his duty. Okay? Any other? So thank you for coming and participating in the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is the continuation of the movement begun by Lord Krishna. When he spoke Bhagavad Gita, that was the beginning of a movement. That wasn't the original beginning, because this movement is always there, that Krishna wants the living entities to come back to Godhead and to be happily engaged in his service. But from time to time, he comes to remind us, because we keep forgetting. We keep getting entangled in so many other unnecessary things, anarthas. So Krishna comes to remind us, no, remember your duty. Remember what you're really supposed to be doing. Remember who you are. And this movement is a continuation of Lord Krishna's speaking Bhagavad Gita. And we all have our Kurukshetra battles that we have to overcome. We have our victories to claim. And Krishna's there, he's got the chariot, and he's saying, come on, I'll drive your chariot. You just do what I say, everything will be wonderful, it'll be enjoyable. So we take advantage of those who are advanced, who have made some progress in devotional service. We take their association and we get encouragement and strength from them. And then we go forward and then we help others along the path. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Shri Gaura Nitai ki jai.
His Holiness Danavir Goswami Maharaj ki jai.